Hey guys, what's going on? It's another rider. We are back inside of Destiny, and there's been a huge database update with patch 2.0, and here are some of the new exotic weapons that are going to be shipping with the Taken King. We can see the perks and the looks of these weapons within the Armoury database, but please note though that this isn't a complete list, as Luke Smith has come out and said on Twitter that some things have been hidden from data miners using a new technique that they have to hide some of the good stuff, so we can't get our hands on everything. A good example of this is the Sleeper Simulant and the other weapon that Luke Smith mentioned in an interview called A Touch of Malice. These aren't available within the Armoury, so we can't see the perks that these have. So let's start off with some of the new primary exotics coming with the Taken King. First up is a new exotic auto rifle called the Fabian Strategy. The Fabian Strategy is a high rate of fire, low impact auto rifle, and it holds 36 to 48 within the mag depending on whatever perks you use. Has a fairly short range at 22 and medium levels of stability and reload. The exotic perk on this weapon is called Front Lines, and this gives the weapon increased handling, stability and rate of fire when enemies are close. This can be dropped as a result of quest rewards or dropped as part of the Taken King expansion. This looks like a generic high rate of fire auto rifle with low impact. It doesn't look like it will be useful judging from the statistics, but after the recent patch, this auto rifle has potential. Up next we have Ace of Spades, and Ace of Spades is a slow rate of fire, high impact hand cannon. It holds 12 in the magazine, and its range is just below medium at 40, with stability and reload being quite low at 32 and 33 respectively. The exotic perk on this hand cannon is called Maverick, and precision kills that move one round from your ammo reserves into the magazine. This can be dropped as a result of quest rewards or dropped as a part of Taken King expansion. This high impact hand cannon looks like it will pack a punch at short to medium ranges, and the exotic perk isn't anything to run home about, but coupled with Firefly it makes for an interesting weapon. Up next is Tlaloc. It's an exotic scout rifle that has a medium rate of fire with medium impact. Its stats are all in the mid-level range and it holds 20 in the magazine. The exotic perk on this weapon is called Overflow. The weapon has better handling, rate of fire and stability whilst the wielder's super is charged. This can be dropped as a result of quest rewards or dropped as a part of the Taken King expansion. The scout rifle might encourage people to hold onto their supers more often in order to activate the scout rifle's exotic perk. Up next is the Zalo Supercell. This is another high rate of fire, low impact auto rifle, and it has fairly similar stats to the Fabian Strategy, but the Zalo Supercell has much faster reload speed at 72. The exotic perks for the Zalo Supercell is the Zalo Supercell arc projectiles have the chance to chain lightning when enemies are close together. There is also bolts from the blue, which double kills with this weapon's charge a small amount of super energy and return ammo to the magazine. This item can be purchased from Xur, or it can be dropped within the Taken King expansion. Up next we have the First Curse, which is a low rate of fire but incredibly high impact hand cannon. All of the stats are also incredibly low, with a mid to low range, low stability and low reload speed. The exotic perk is the First Curse. Precision kills whilst aiming down sights grant increased range and stability until the next reload. This item can be gained through quest rewards or dropped as a part of the Taken King expansion. Up next we have a weapon that people may be already familiar with, and that is the Bullen Gemini, formerly known as the 347 Vesta Dynasty. It has been data mined in every iteration of the game so far, so it's uncertain at this point if it will be definitively included within the Taken King. There are no ways listed to gain this weapon, so it seems like the only change this weapon has seen is a name change. The scout rifle is fairly medium ratings on all stats, with a slightly above average range and reload speed. The exotic perks are as follows. One way, bonus agility on precision kills stacks up to 3 times. Or another, bonus armor on non-precision kills stacks up to 3 times. Up next we have the PlayStation exclusive scout rifle, the Jade Rabbit. This has a low rate of fire with a slightly above average impact and high range. The mag size is surprisingly low at 7 to 11 depending on perks used. Interestingly though, the exotic perk on this weapon is called the Fate of All Fools. Chain body shots to gain bonus damage on your next precision shot and return ammo to the mag. Is the Jade Rabbit what the Fate of All Fools was modelled for? Who knows? There are no specific ways listed on how to get this weapon. As this is a PlayStation exclusive weapon though, I would assume that this would be a random drop, much like the Year 1 exclusives. Now on to secondary weapons. First up is the Telsa. It is a slow charge rate, high impact fusion rifle. It has high stability and reload speed with a fairly below average range. It holds 4 to 5 charges in the magazine depending on the perks used. Its exotic perks are Harbinger's Spark, multi-kills with this weapon spawn orbs for your allies, and unplanned reprieve, fusion projectiles attach and detonate with a delayed void blast. This can be obtained as a purchase from Xur or a random drop within the Taken King expansion. Up next we have the Chaperone. It is a new exotic shotgun that has a decent rate of fire, low to mid impact, but incredibly high stability, which has actually been maxed out. Its range is the highest out of all base shotgun stats, and it holds 5 in the magazine. This weapon can be dropped as a quest reward, and it can be acquired via a random drop within the Taken King expansion. Its exotic perks are the Roadborn. Precision kills briefly grant bonus handling, range, and precision damage with this weapon. We also have the Survivor. 3 rapid precision kills while Born on the Road is active will return 2 rounds to the chamber. And finally we have the Chaperone. This weapon fires a single precision slug, grants agility boost. Up next we have Hereafter, and this is an exotic sniper rifle. Has an average range of fire with a fairly lowish impact rating, on par with the low grade humility. It holds 4 in the magazine and only requires level 30 to wield. Most other exotics in this list require level 40. Its exotic perks are the Hereafter, crouching increases scope zoom and makes it easier to aim under fire. We also have Blinding Light. Precision kills with this weapon have a chance to cause a bright flash that can blind nearby enemies. This weapon can be purchased from Xur, and it is acquired through a random drop within the Taken King expansion. Up next we have heavy weapons, which are just swords at this time. As I mentioned earlier, some other weapons have been hidden. All of the exotic swords have the same base statistics. The only thing that differs on each of these exotic swords are the exotic perks themselves. The swords can be acquired from the Crucible Handler or via a quest reward. The first sword we have is the Boltcaster, and this is the Arc variant. Its exotic perk is Sword of Thunder, used to shoot a beam of arc light from your sword, creating a lingering electrical storm. Up next we have the Raise Lighter, which is the Solar variant, and the exotic perk on this variant is Phoenix Uppercut, used to launch into a solar light uppercut. The final sword variant that we have is a Void variant called the Dark Drinker. The exotic perk on the Dark Drinker is Supermassive Vortex, used to unleash a spiral of void energy in all directions. So that's all we have for now regarding the new exotics coming within the Taken King. Of course, these aren't all of the exotics that are coming with the Taken King. As I mentioned earlier in this video, Luke Smith has found a way to stop data miners from spoiling all of the good stuff within the Taken King and future iterations of the game. So we're just going to have to wait and see for these other exotics that are probably more secretive and more exciting for the Bungie team. So that's all from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time back inside of Destiny.